Hi, thank you for joining me this week. This week we're going to talk about how you can start to invite change into your life. And this is a topic that's very near and dear to my heart because I've been there, I've done that, lived it, and breathed it. I know what it's like when you're feeling stuck, when you're in a routine and you know something has to change, but you're scared shitless to make the changes that you need to make in your life. And that's why I based my business on it. When I was in my mid to late 20s, I had a health scare. And that health scare made me sit down and really look at my life and decide where I needed to make some shifts or changes to feel more authentic in what I was doing. And that's when I got really depressed because I realized that the life that I was living wasn't my own. I was living in the suburbs when I'm really a city girl at heart. I had a job that was really corporate when I'm not so much a corporate kind of person. And I was married in a relationship that wasn't serving either of us. And when you think about it, moving, changing your job, getting a divorce are three of the toughest things you could possibly do in your life. They're one of the most major, stressful things you could ever take on. And I knew that I needed to do all three of those things and relatively soon because I didn't want another 5, 10, 15, 20 years to pass by so that I could look back again and think, wow, why did I keep going along this path when I knew that it wasn't where I needed to go? So I sat down and I did a couple of things to really put myself in a good space because that was key to me at the time. I was feeling run down. I was feeling stuck. I was feeling blah and just not enjoying anything. And until I started to feel a bit better from little things every single day, I was able to look at those changes and not get so freaked out and bogged down with all the details of how I would make those changes in my life. And it started when I sat down and I got really grateful for things. So instead of focusing on all the crap, and instead of sitting down and saying, oh my God, my life sucks, I hate where I live, I hate my job, my marriage is on the rocks, what am I going to do? I sat down and I got really grateful for what I had. So I looked at all my friends and my family, and I realized that I had a really strong support group behind me that would help me through all of these changes. And that would also help me through that period when I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on and what I could do about it. And I got grateful for just the little things. To be quite honest with you, it became to the point where I would wake up in the morning and I'd just say, well, I'm alive. That's a big thing. I have a roof over my head. That's a huge thing. I'm safe. I'm taken care of. My bills are being paid. I don't have to worry about all those things. So instead of freaking out about the fact that all these things had to change, I decided to just get really grateful for what I had and focus on the good stuff. And the other thing that I did was just small things every single day to start feeling better again. So instead of being stuck in that routine and getting up, going to work, coming home, going to sleep, and doing it all over again the next day and the next day and the next, I sat down and decided to do little things every single day that would make me feel good. And that was as easy as taking a bath at night and curling up with a good book before bed, or getting up early in the morning and doing some yoga just to get my body moving. Anything that I could do to just start to feel a little bit better. And I think that for me especially, that was the key. Because I knew that these big changes were coming, and because I knew that I was taking on a lot at the same time, when I could start to feel a little bit better every single day, that feeling started to pile on and started to make me feel better overall. And it was so much easier to take on those changes when I realized that I had a lot to be grateful for and that there was a lot that was really good in the world despite the stuff that wasn't so fabulous at the time. So I invite you right now, if you're feeling like you need some sort of change, or if you feel like you need to shake things up a little bit and take a look at what's going on in your life, have that honest conversation with yourself. Look at what needs to change. Make a mental note of it, but don't decide you need to change them all right here, right now, this moment. Step back and start to feel good within yourself. Start to feel good with yourself and your being on an emotional, physical, and spiritual level, whatever that means to you, in any way, shape, or form. And once you start to feel better yourself, those changes are not going to feel as awful, and you'll be able to see more possibilities around you. You'll be able to see that there are so many other things in this world that you could be doing except for what you're doing right now that is making you feel so blah. So good luck with that. Let me know how it goes. I'd love for you to comment in the comments below if you've done something today that made you feel good, or if you're something, there's something you're really grateful for. Share it with everyone. I think that would be awesome to hear comments back from you guys. Thanks, and I'll see you next week.